welcome back to Destination Playdate. I am your host, Attack Slug, and this is Crank Crawl, out now on itch for a price of $1. Let's hop in here and try to reach a new high score in this somewhat slot machine, but not really type video game. I have a lot of things on the screen right now. Number one, top right-hand corner is the enemy, right? And what the numbers mean, the claw symbol, little 3 claws, that is their attack for this turn. We have their shields, we have their bleed, and we have the 1x and the 2x on the power. Now, they will attack, and they have 59 in the health department, whereas I have 50 of 50 in the health. And how you play the game is on the 3 lines that you have, the 3 columns you have, you can use the crank to bring down each one at a time. So I can bring down the arrow, I can say another arrow, and I can say bring me the treasure. And obviously each icon does something different. Now you can see in the health bar of the enemy, this is not going to work, right? It's going to damage their shield, but not going to damage them entirely. But the goal here is to get the high score in your treasure. So sure, I'll take the +1 of the treasure, and I'll take 1 damage to myself, and I'll hit A to accept that. Now, the -2 is the bleed damage, and to me, -7. And what happens is, yes, I can do that, say, all right, give me that, and I can say, give me the ring for 1 attack and 1 block, and you'll see my -7 went to -6, because I'm blocking party attack of a 7 attack from this creature. So I will also get the boot here to block 1 more, and now I can either hit A to commit or hit B to skip what I'm doing. The enemy will keep doing what they do, but I can skip what I'm doing, and I'll show you why here in a second. So I'm going to hit A, I'm going to commit, right? They're down to 54. Their next attack is going to be 2, which is fine. Now, some items, like the mushroom, gives me 4 power, but I attack myself twice. Like, don't eat the bad mushrooms, man. It's gonna hurt you. And what can you do with that? Well, I can say, all right, give me the shroom, give me the crystal ball for a 2nd shroom, and give me one of the boots. And it would be -5 with everything all together, but if I hit B, it's only down a little bit instead of being -5 because I skipped eating the mushroom and that whole thing. So, ideally, your goal here is to get 3 of the same thing to get a bonus on matching those 3. But right now we're going to go boot, we're going to go magic staff, and we're going to go gem for 1 treasure. We're going to hit A on that. Then I suppose we'll go with the sword, 2 swords, and the boot. So we're getting there, but we're taking damage along the way. In between monsters, you get an opportunity to heal up with that. So they're going to do 3 damage. I'm going to block 1 of those, block 2 of those to fully block the attack, and then do 2 magic on myself to get a -4 on this monster. So we'll do some of that. Now, let's see here. Again, mushroom, mushroom, and copy for a mushroom. I don't want -15. I'm going to hit B, and there it was. I kind of got that back, and it was fine. So it's just managing what you think might happen versus what will actually happen against these enemies, and hopefully surviving at the end. Obviously, different enemies have different attacks and defense and different stats and that whole thing. So there is a strategy here to try to manage with these randomly dropping bits of business in the columns. So it's only a -2 now, and this should murderize this enemy. So we hit A, and there we go. Now your options in between fighting the monsters, we have either loot for 10 more treasures, get HP 15, I have 13 out of 50 right now, or gain 10 power. And as you get down and down and down in the HP, you're going to want the HP, so you don't die immediately in that following round. Now we have the witch, and she's going to do 3 attack and 1 block. So just a bad starting hand here because it's going to be this freaking mushroom or the axe. I'm going to go with the axe here. It's fine. And my axe! Here, I will get power, power, and the crystal ball for 3 power to get me 12 power. Now, the problem with the witch is she will reduce your power every turn. So that meant nothing in the grand scheme of fighting this witch, unfortunately. So knowing your enemies and knowing what they will do is very important, and so I'm going to die here, just on purpose, because we're done here. So I'm going to hit A, we're going to die. I killed one monster, I got 19 treasures, and hit A to try again. And so in the manual, you will see that we have how the game is played. So you activate 3 to get double the effect, and you want as much treasure as possible. You have your turn structure, which is good. Then the stats, so sword, staff, shield, fist, and gem. Then sword, staff, blood, claw, shield, and action with the monsters. And here you find out, alright, the sword, the staff, the shield, the boot, the ring, the axe, the dagger, the bow, the potion, the shroom, the gem, and the crystal ball. And here is where it's important, and how I knew the witch puts your power to 0 each turn, because that's what she does. So each monster has a thing to watch out for in what they do. So this is Crank Crawl, out now on itch for $1. I'm Attack Slug. Thanks for watching. More videos right here. I'll see you next time, and I'm out.